There's some toxic mold for you right there.
Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, Miss Carmen's just kind of kicking back there. This is probably one of a homeowner's worst nightmare. This has been Calgary's fourth or fifth wettest summer since they started recording. So basically, I think as of right now in the month of July, we've gotten over half of the year's rain in 1 month. Right, Carmen's? And we gave you a nice haircut. And it hasn't even been hot for you to enjoy it, right? How are you doing? How are you doing? To make a long story short, my house when I bought it had a finished basement. So with all this rain and moisture, it turns out that there's a leak in my basement in the foundation somewhere, and now I'm going to be stripping it down to see what the heck's going on. Are you inspecting the damage? Carmen's, are you? I got this little section right here in the basement that I have created into a little TV room. And a few days ago, I noticed that the baseboards had started to discolor, as you can see right there. And it's been a few days since it's rained. You can still see some moisture along the wall here. I threw some rags down in case it started raining, that it could help mitigate. So as you can see, I tear up carpet and I got speaker wiring crap all over the place, but this is what we're looking at. As you can see right there through the window, my basement is not that deep, 5 feet maybe. So when it first started happening, I grabbed my infrared camera here because I wanted to see where it was coming from, because if it was coming through the walls, it'd be very noticeable. So you can see right there. You can see where the concrete was and where the old baseboard was. But in the upper wall, there's no noticeable discoloration. That would be a sign where the leak's coming from. So maybe the leak could just be right where the wall meets the floor of the foundation. But that is something that I won't know until we strip it down, and that's what I'm going to be doing, because that's what has to be done for now. Okay, this is where we're going to start. We're going to cut that strip out. Perfect. Yeah, I want to get this off the way, just so that I'm not stepping on those nails. Put these in the bucket for right now. Yeah, you can see this is something that's been going on for years. Just didn't happen over this rainfall. It used to be all tacked all along the floor, except when I was pulling up the carpet, all these strips along here were all rotted out. So I'm gonna guess the 2x4 frame along the wall is gonna be rotted too. Got a little strip here as well. Well, it's time to put the N95 mask on, and I got my drywall cutter blade there we're going to try out. First thing I'm gonna do, start measuring 2 feet up on the wall. Let's get these out. What the heck? It's measuring something completely solid in this section. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what's going on behind this wall. Roughly right about there. That's why I kept seeing a stud. They got a big patch in there. That makes sense now. I was wondering what the heck was going on there. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start cutting away all that plastic vapor barrier. It's kind of like buying a vehicle that you think you have a half decent paint job until you start tearing it apart and they did all this patchwork here. Alright, there's a little bit of water damage here on the drywall. Cut that section out. Yeah, I got this off Amazon. It's for moving the baseboards. Works really well. I'm gonna spread this one apart too, because you can see the damage. I need to get my mask back on, but you could see the mold build up where the baseboard was. And then you see that baseboard right there. I can tell you right now, with those patch panels and such, I'm pretty sure somebody's been in here before. Either that or just did a really sloppy job. I'd already removed the insulation off the wall. It's all dry, so I put it into the little storage area.
There's some toxic mold for you right there.
Gross. I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but the source of my leak is from the window frame. I need to remove all the way along. Well, here's the sadness. Get it from the floor, up and above. Way more than I want to deal with. But unfortunately, we found the issue. And it's probably cheaper to repair than a foundation. So you can see, you can actually see back there. There's actually some moisture seeping through there. Right in that corner, it's the worst. You can see where the window frame is in the concrete. You can see it's all wet there too. That's what our problem is. Right there. And somehow I'm leaking water in through the basement window. Yeah, so there you have it. Starts leaking behind the vapor barrier. Goes down along where the 2x4s are. Builds up till it seeps out onto the concrete. Going into the carpets. Running alongside. A little bit right there. And then right here. With some toxic mold on that drywall for who knows how long. So you can see right here. See, the 2x4 going up is good. But you can see right there. I'll try to get the plastic out of the way. Yeah, wood is all rotten there. That's what the problem is. Well, that's it. Shut her down. I'm gonna go have a shower, and maybe we'll crack open a motherfucking beer because now we know what the issue was. Yeah, this is why it's nice to have a truck to put all my shit in. Whew. Well, pretty much done cleaning up. Big question is, how much is a basement window and repair gonna cost? Everything happens for a reason. If I didn't have a pickup truck, this would be pretty hard to fit inside the Jeep. Especially with that black mold stuff. Some other garbage too. I just hope the dump is open tomorrow. Rain all this week. I love this truck. I think I need to call on Tuesday, see when I can get somebody out to give me a quote on a new window. I think for the time being, I might research into some spray foam to spray in that gap until I can get it fixed properly, just to kind of help slow down the leak. So it's the following day. I went to the dump, dropped off all that stuff, 25 bucks. I just want to say, since the start of this video, everything that I thought using my best logic was 100% wrong. I never thought about the window seal leaking. So at the bottom of your window are these window drains that I just popped open, but I can see now that I'm looking, there's a bunch of cracks in there. There's a crack in that corner too. This is the other one. This one looks like there's a bunch of shit in there. The reason why I'm thinking the problem is in there is because yesterday I sprayed water, and when I did, it appeared that there was some moisture. So I'm gonna grab my hose here, turn on the water. I'm just gonna wash the shit out of there first. That one drains. That one's draining too. Now I'll go downstairs and check if any water is penetrated. See? You can see it now. That's where we're leaking. Something to do with that bottom window channel. You can also see it looks like it's a little wet there too. Yeah. That is it. So that's why under heavy rain is the only time I could notice it. Otherwise it would just leak a little bit, not really enough to notice, but under heavy rain, yeah, it comes down. Something is wrong with that plastic channel. New window frame, and it should be good to go. Looking pretty dark to the west. I better get that window taped up. Third wettest year in history. Rain just won't stop. Pretty much every day for the past month. Well, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I just taped up the window. I did leave the drains open in case water does get in from somewhere. And I'm hoping that'll work until I get the window replaced, however long that is. And by the look on how dark it is again, I'll probably be testing that out very shortly. Storm is almost here. Alright, it's motherfucking beer time. Gonna crush this boiling ore. I'm pretty sure it's a hazy pale. It's got a sticker on there. And that's from the Canadian Rockies Explorer. He's been watching my channel almost from the very beginning, and him and his wife started a channel where they explore the Rocky Mountains around the Calgary area. Anyways, it's motherfucking beer time because the storm is coming. Alright, cheers everybody. She's dark out. And we're gonna see if that temporary fix can hold until I can get a window replaced. Because it looks like I'll be looking at around at least $2,000 for a window replacement. It is what it is. Anyways, the thunder rolls. I'll talk to you guys later.